When he does the illusion, he wants the bang to be on the with him.
Hi, Jan here from nStuff, and we're here in the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas at the Criss Angel Mindfreak live show with DJeff, who's like the musical supervisor of the show, and he's doing many stuff like playing bass, drums, doing the electronic sounds. Mm-hmm. So how does it come to be the musician of a magician?
Well, it's through the company, through Cirque du Soleil, they asked me if I wanted to do that new show, magic show.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about magic, but I said, yeah, why not? Yeah.
What would you say, do you need as a musician to be the musical supervisor of the show? Is it more like...
This show is particular in the sense that you have to watch Criss all the time.
Yeah.
Because of lots of the magic happens like this. So if he moves, if he makes a cue, you have to follow him, and you have to do the design. We use a software called Ableton.
Yeah.
It's German.
Yeah.
So you have to know how to do all that programming to make the software really flexible to what you want to do.
Yes.
So sometimes, for example, I trig different part of the song with my pedal, so I have to look at him at the same time and play, and I have a microphone and I cue Dell, the guitar player. So yes, you have to be very focused on him.
Yeah.
Because he wants that when he does the illusion, he wants the bang to be on the with him. So that's the specificity of that show.
Has it ever happened to you that you have been so fascinated or shocked with something that happened on stage that you already forgot to play your part?
You mean make a mistake?
Yeah, maybe.
Never.
No,
I'm just kidding. My boss is right there. Yeah, of course it happens. It's you cannot be 100% all the time, but I think I have a good average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we've seen the show, we can tell that music and light and the show it very well works together.
Yes, and projection as well.
Yeah.
So the main bulk of the timing, if you will, comes from Ableton a lot. So we send time code for the projection, and we send a MIDI trigger for the light change. So yeah, it's all the timing of the show is built around that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for this show, I guess it started 1.5 years ago. When does all the work started for you, all the programming and talking to the light guys and stuff like that?
Well, we had a creation period that lasted maybe a month and a half, where we designed everything, and Criss and I met before, and he told me, what piece he wanted to, and he was explaining to me the illusion, and he was saying, so when we do this part, I'd like that part of the music to play, and then when I do this, I'd like to change to go to that part. So I take notes and I do the design around what he says, But before that show, we were here for 8 years,
okay.
Too. The show was called Believe, and we recycled a lot of it too. So for me, the template for that show came from what we were doing before.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
In the show before, you also controlled the light with Ableton?
Not as much.
Okay.
Not as much. I wouldn't say I control the light, but they get lots of cues from me, from us.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about your setup? I would say it's not really on stage, but you're a little bit.
On my platform.
On your platform.
So I don't go on stage like Dell does. Yeah. I have to stay there. So we use a Mac Pro, the new ones, and my controller is a Novation Launchpad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I trig the scene with that, and I have a Behringer bass pedal, MIDI bass pedal that sends MIDI trigger to the Ableton.
Yeah, and you have done some drumming during the show?
Yeah, I have. Those are just two Roland drum pads, really simple.
Yeah.
I just trig. What I did is I created a drum rack in Ableton, and I trig drum sounds like timpanis and orchestral snares and stuff like that, just to enhance what's already on the tracks.
Yeah. And you're also playing a little bit of bass. Can you tell us a little bit about your bass?
Yeah, well, for that show, I decided to use my Rickenbacker because it's more, it has more of a high-end definition, you know, especially with the pick. So I feel that for that type of music, it works well, better than I like jazz bass personally, but I find that Rickenbacker is better for that show, the style of music, the industrial rock, if you will.
And I guess it's never boring for you to play the shows because you're doing so much different stuff.
For me, the shows they're all different, pretty much, because Criss goes off script a lot, so I have to follow him. And yes, the shows go really fast.
Yeah. And normally you play 2 shows a day. Is it hard sometimes, like have the schedule every day and then the one show, then like some minutes break and then another show?
Well, 10 shows a week, yes, it gets. You need to be focused all the time. So that's where it gets you. If you just if you let go for like a minute, boom, whoop, you made a mistake. Yeah. So it's not physically hard, but it's everything that it takes. You need to be focused.
Do you have some advice how to keep that focus?
Coffee?
Okay.
No. Well, no. I mean, I take a nap. Yeah. A power nap, 15 minutes in the afternoon, But no, you just need to be attentive.
Yeah, and as you are living here for a long time, I guess, do you have some advice for musicians that are visiting Las Vegas? What shouldn't they miss when they come here?
Well, I mean...
besides this show?
Yeah, this show should be #1 priority. But no, I mean, any Cirque du Soleil show, I mean, it's worth seeing for sure, especially if you're a musician. The Love show about the Beatles is great, and the Michael Jackson show too. Blue Man is very good. There's all kind of stuff here.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for your time, and good luck with the shows tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.